Hello guys, Snowflake here, and welcome to another episode of Skyrim. The last couple of episodes we sort of breezed through. We gave someone an amulet of arcade and we delivered a letter. Nothing too complicated. We did kill a dragon in the last episode. It wasn't the most difficult dragon in the world. It was a measly blood dragon. We eat those for breakfast. Not literally, I don't think dragons taste very nice, but I mean we've eaten worse. We've eaten giant's toes. So if we can eat giant's toes, we could probably eat a little bit of dragon and not completely shut down, you know. Anyway, yeah, we delivered a letter from a dad to his son. He was like, "Come home, you lazy son, not visiting us, not pulling your weight at the farm." Son wasn't happy at receiving it. We went to a town called Old Trollden, and he gave us a tip of 25 gold, which was barely worth the time, but hey, we did a nice thing. That's what counts. Probably going to be a little bit more action in this episode because we do have to go out and kill some Forsworn who have taken over a mine called Kolskegger Mine, and the nearby town wants to get the mine back from the Forsworn. So apparently we have a license to clean them out. So I guess that's what we're going to be doing. We avoided conflict with the Forsworn in the last episode. We went to Calfspire Camp because those guys were just defending their territory, and I had no reason to encroach on it. So I decided not to do that. But yeah, we have been to Kolskegger Mine before. Like I said, I think we have. It's actually really close to Calfspire Camp. We have cleared out the outside of this. I think those guys will probably come back. But we need to go inside to officially claim back the mine. Huh? Yeah, we've instantly angered them.
Damn you!
Get some moves, have you? Where's the archer? Oh. That'll do. Grab all your Forsworn junk. And yeah, I guess into the mine. Which is on the other side of this. A little annoying. Oh, we can get some stone. Yeah, let's go get some stone. Why not? While we're here. I think this is infinite, isn't it? Or like quarried stone. Like I could stay here forever and get unlimited stone. We'll get 20. Oh. To get more than that. I didn't realise pressing W would come out of that. Although I don't know why I pressed W. There's no reason for me to do that. We're gonna go to a mine, we might as well get some benefit out of it, right? Okay, I'll do. Come on, can we? Like, you know, can we? Oh yeah, I think we sort of can. Okay, here we are. Kolskegger Mine for real. Got a little smelter here. Some mushrooms, a shovel. Okay, in we go. Yeah, we've only got one quest marker. So what, do we just need to take out the leader? Is that our official quest here? Ooh, baskets. Yeah, we'll take some shovels and pickaxes. We don't have any partner to take our loot anymore. So yeah, I'm going to be on the lookout for a new partner to join us on our quest. Yeah, we lost Serana back in the Boethia stuff. Oh,
Is someone there?
yeah. Some good food. Yeah, we lost Serana because we couldn't use her for the quest. Then we had to get someone else who got killed, and we haven't got a new follow since. I'm not going to go back specifically for Serana. We'll see who we run into on our travels, you know? We might run into someone who we previously overlooked as a follower. They might be able to help us. Okay, we've got some gold in here. Okay. I can see why they want this place back. Of course, we're going to mine it clean, so it's going to be useless when we give it back to them, but I'm sure they'll enjoy, you know, the other things that this mine has to offer, you know, the beautiful views, the nature, you know. Okay, that's the way forward, so I'm gonna go this way. Maybe this is the way forward. Who knows? I'm going this way for now. Line and lure, that's a fishing book we've read. Good stuff in there, though. A singular potato. Oh yeah, of course. Like, is that another sack? It is.
What was that? Over
It's
here.
me. Are those archers? Forge this. Goat leg, pickpocketing potion. And that came in handy. Yeah, we actually are almost at our carry weight, to be fair. But we might be able to, you know, carry this load easily, but I guess not. I mean, we have been taking pickaxes and shovels, that aren't exactly the most useful things in the world. And we're taking a lot of them. Color, Volume 1. Sounds like a book coverette. Maybe not. Okay. It's been a while since we've read a good book, to be fair. Saw, shovel. Okay, Pala Volume 1. Pala Book 1 by Wojciech Miersteed. Pala. Pala. I remember when I first heard that name not long ago at all. It was at a Tails and Tallows ball at a very fine estate west of Mere Corp, to which I and my fellow Mages Guild initiates had found ourselves unexpectedly invited. Truth be told, we needn't have been too surprised. There were very few other noble families in Mere Corp. The region had its halcyon days as a resort for the wealthy far back in the Second Era, and on reflection it was only appropriate to have sorcerers and wizards present at a supernatural holiday. Not that we were anything more exotic than students at a small, non-exclusive charter house of the guild, but like I said, there was a paucity of other choices available. For close to a year, the only home I had known was the rather ramshackle and sprawling grounds of the Mere Corp Mages Guild. My only companions were my fellow initiates, most of which only tolerated me, and the masters whose bitterness at being at a backwater guild prompted never-ending abuse. Immediately the School of Illusion had attracted me. The magister who taught us recognized me as an apt pupil, who loved not only the spells of the science, but their philosophical underpinnings. There was something about the idea of warping the imperceptible energies of light, sound, and mind that appealed to my nature. Not for me the flashy schools of destruction and alteration, the holy schools of restoration and conjuration, the practical schools of alchemy and enchantment, or the chaotic school of mysticism. No, I was never so pleased as to take an ordinary object, and by a little magic make it seem something other than what it was. It would have taken more imagination than I had to apply that philosophy to my monotonous life. After the morning's lessons, we were assigned tasks for our evening classes. Mine had been to clean out the study of a recently deceased resident of the guild and categorize his clutter of spellbooks, charms, and incunabula. It was a lonely and tedious appointment. Magister Tendixus was an inveterate collector of worthless junk, but I was reprimanded any time I threw something away of the least possible value. Gradually I learned enough to deliver each of his belongings to the appropriate department. Potions of healing to the Magisters of Restoration, books on physical phenomena to the Magisters of Alteration, herbs and minerals for the alchemists, and soul gems and bound items for the enchanters. After one delivery to the enchanters, I was leaving with my customary lack of appreciation when Magister Ilfa called me back. What, on your phone? On your mobile? Boy, said the portly old man, handing me back one item, destroy this. It was a small black disc covered with runes with a ring of red orange gems like bones circling its periphery. I'm sorry, Magister, I stammered. I thought it was something you'd be interested in. Take it to the Great Flame and destroy it, he barked, turning his back on me. You never brought it here. You shouldn't have been so passionate about it. My interest was piqued because I knew the only thing that would make him react in such a way: necromancy. I went back to Magister Tendix's chamber and pored through his notes, looking for any reference to the disc. Unfortunately, most of the notes had been written in a strange code that I was powerless to decipher. I was so fascinated by the mystery that I nearly arrived late for the evening class of enchantment taught by Magister Ilfa himself. For the next several weeks I divided my time categorizing the general debris and making my deliveries and researching the disc. I came to understand that my instinct was correct. The disc was a genuine necromantic artifact. I couldn't understand most of the Magister's notes. I determined that he thought it to be a means of resurrecting a loved one from the grave. Sadly, the time came when the chamber had been categorized and cleared, and I was given another assignment, assisting in the stables of the guild's menagerie. At least finally I was working with some of my fellow initiates, and had the opportunity of meeting the common folk and nobles who came to the guild on various errands. Thus was I employed when we were all invited to the Tales and Tellos ball. If the expected glamour of the evening were not enough, our hostess was reputed to be young, rich, unmarried orphan from Hammerfell. Only a month or two beforehand she moved to our desolate wooded corner of the Imperial Province to reclaim an old family manor house and grounds. The initiates at the guild gossiped like old women about the mysterious young lady's past, what had happened to her parents, why she had left or been driven from her homeland. Her name was Betanici, and that was all we knew. We wore our robes of initiation with pride as we arrived for the ball. At the enormous marble foyer, a servant announced each of our names as if we were royalty, and we strutted into the midst of the revellers with great puffery. Of course, we were then promptly ignored by one and all. In essence, we were unimportant figures to lend some thickness to the ball. Background characters. Most of you guys are background characters, to be fair. The important people pushed through us with perfect politeness. There was old Lady Shaldira, discussing diplomatic appointments at Balmora with the Duke of Rimfarlin. An orc warlord entertained a giggling princess with tales of rape and pillage. Not sure why the princess is giggling at that. 3 of the guild magisters worried with 3 painfully thin noble spinsters about the haunting of Daggerfall. Intrigues of the imperial and various royal courts were analysed, gently mocked, fretted over, toasted, dismissed, evaluated, mitigated, admonished, subverted. No one looked our way even when we were right next to them. It was as if my skill at illusion had somehow rendered us all invisible. I took my flagon out to the terrace. The moons were doubled, equally luminous in the sky, and in the enormous reflecting pool that stretched out into the garden. The white marble statuary lining the sides of the pool caught the fiery glow and seemed to burn like torches in the night. The sight was so otherworldly that I was mesmerized by it, and the strange red-clad figures immortalized in stone. Our hosts had made their home there so recently that some of the sculptures were still wrapped in sheets that billowed and swayed in the gentle breeze. I don't know how long I stared before I realized I wasn't alone. She was so small and so dark, not only in her skin but in her clothing, that I nearly took her for a shadow. When she turned to me, I saw that she was very beautiful and young, not more than 17. Wait a minute. Pause. It's just about okay, I think. Are you our hostess? I finally asked. Yes, she smiled, blushing. I'm ashamed to admit that I'm very bad at it. I should be inside with my new neighbours, but I think we have very little in common. It's been made abundantly clear that they hope I have nothing in common with them either. I laughed. When I'm a little higher of an initiate in the Mages Guild, they might see me as more of an unequal. I don't understand the concept of equality in Cyrodiil yet, she frowned. In my culture, you proved your worth, not just expected it. My parents both were great warriors, as I hoped to be. Her eyes went out to the lawn, to the statues. Do the sculptures represent your parents? That's my father Parian there, she said, gesturing to a life-size representation of a massively built man, unashamedly naked, gripping another warrior by the throat, preparing to decapitate him with an outstretched blade. It was clearly a realistic depiction. Parian's face was plain, even slightly ugly, with a low forehead and massive tangled hair, stubble on his cheeks, even a slight gap in his teeth, which no sculptor would surely have invented, except to do justice to his model's true idiosyncrasies. And your mother? I asked, pointing to a nearby statue of a proud, rather squat warrior woman in a mantilla and scarf holding a child. Oh no, she laughed. I was my uncle's old nurse. Mother's statue still has a sheet over it. I don't know what prompted me to insist that we unveil the statue that she pointed to. In all likelihood, it was nothing but fate, and a selfish desire to continue the conversation. I was afraid that if I did not give her a project, she would feel the need to return to the party, and I would be alone again. At first she was reluctant. She had not yet made up her mind whether the statues would suffer in the wet, sometimes cold, Cyrillic climate. Perhaps all should be covered, she reasoned. It may be that she was merely making conversation and was reluctant as I was to end the standoff, me that much closer to having to return to the party. In a few minutes' time we tore the top from the statue of Betaniki's mother. That is when my life changed forevermore. She was an untamed spirit of nature, screaming in a struggle with a misshapen monstrous figure in black marble. Her gorgeous long fingers were raking across the creature's face. The monster's talons gripped her right breast in a sort of caress that prefaces a mortal wound. His legs and hers wound around one another in a battle that was a dance. I felt annihilated. This life but formidable woman was beautiful beyond all superficial standards. Whoever had sculpted it had somehow captured not only a face and figure of a goddess, but her power and will. She was both tragic and triumphant. I fell instantly and fatally in love with her. Statue. Right. I did not even notice when Gellin, one of my fellow initiates who was leaving the party, came up behind us. Apparently I had whispered the word magnificent, because I heard Betaniki reply as if miles away. Yes, it is magnificent. That's why I was afraid of exposing it to the elements. Then I heard, clearly like a stone breaking water, Gellin, or a preserve. That must be Pala. And you heard of my mother? Asked Betaniki, turning his way. I hail from Wayrest, practically on the border to Hammerfell. I don't think there's anyone who hasn't heard of your mother and her great heroism, ridding the land of that abominable beast. She died in that struggle, didn't she? Yes, said the girl sadly. But so did the creature. So too did the creature. For a moment we were all silent. I don't remember anything more of that night. Somehow I knew I was invited to dine the next evening, but my mind and heart had been entirely and forever more arrested by the statue. I returned back to the guild, but my dreams were fevered and brought me no rest. Everything seemed diffused by white light, except for one beautiful, fearsome woman. Pala. Have I not read that before? That sounds kind of familiar, but it's not here, so I can only assume I haven't. Maybe I read it in Oblivion. Okay, we don't need to drop anything actually yet. We can just change our armor. Maybe not the armor. I mean, yes, the armor, but this one. Oh, specifically a mead barrel. Okay. Good. Mushrooms are good. Armored stuff, sure. Pitchfork. Quite heavy, isn't it? More shovels. Sure. There we go. I'll take that before. I heard coughing, so I mean we know there's someone alive here because we haven't cleared this place out. We still have the quest marker. flawless emeralds. I'd like to see those. Cool. And then Kolskegger mine. Do as the Kolskegger miners do. This is a mine as well, yeah. Is the one to the right a different one? Now we're overall carry weight. There's still one more mine though. Or not one more mine. Okay, now's the time we need to stop dropping stuff. Yeah, pitchfork is crazy. Pickaxe though. Don't need quite as many of those, do we? From there. We've done this whole area. Is that a mine? Nah. What about back here? I think we're right. We looted that guy. Let's try mining. See if that gets the other person's attention. Cool. Pickaxe. Take the shovel. Okay, cool. And we can drop another pickaxe. Okay, so whoever we need to clear out, we missed that part, but let's finish off this area. Hello.
What was that?
Cool. Very nice. Apples, more cabbages, more gold. Very good. Okay. And then further up we have this. Or does this... Oh, this leads back over here. Okay. So maybe this is the right way. Yeah, quest marker leads us to...
Huh?
Maybe I should save. Because, yeah, this is a mage dude. And it's a briar heart. I can't see my health. So I don't know if I'm almost dead or not. Oh, he hasn't even hit me. Oh, there was a glitch. Clear the Forsworn from Coldskicker Mine. Tell Pavo that Coldskicker Mine is cleared. Oh, we would have been able to go down there, but we wouldn't have been able to... So we did actually need to come up here. And yeah, I guess he was the king of the mine. Not, in the end, not the scariest mage we've seen. I know. I'm just trying to get to a container. Nice, more ingots and ores, even a quill. No one ever stops to take the quill. See what I did there? Teleported myself so I didn't have to walk. Good. Stockpile and more pickaxes. Now let's see what you have. Briar Heart, classic. Skeever Tail, delicious. Ebony Dagger. Cool. Not the biggest loot for a boss enemy, but not terrible. Okay, so this area is all clear. So I guess we can drop down here. Oh, we were sort of here. So, came in through here and we went this way. Oh, yeah, okay, so we haven't explored over here yet, obviously, because there's more mines. Dagger, garnet. Someone just left jewelry lying around. Nice. So what, like, with this mining area and the hole above it, was that just like the Briarheart Forsworn boss, like, staring down at them, like, firing spells at them if they were going too slow or something? That would be very cruel. It looks like I'm mining the wood here. I think I'm missing the gold ore, but apparently not. Right. Let's get to a container. I swear I used to be faster than this even when I was like carrying too much. Why does this keep missing the axis? Guessing shovels probably on our hit list. I got 36 of these. And yeah, that's it. Let's go. Open the door. Okay, now we go to the town, left-hand mine. Oh, they're quite far away from Kolskega. It's interesting. Grab that egg. Miners' barracks. We haven't actually been inside any of these buildings.
You're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend?
Well, just because I'm sneaking around, you think I'm planning some trouble? You're probably right. Alright, that's Pavo, the guy that gave us a quest. Just looking around.
I are the only survivors.
Yeah, I guess this chest probably is the only thing.
Still shaken from all the fighting, my friend. It's been too long since I had to kill someone.
Well, you could have helped me.
Well, I'm glad you were there. I don't know how I would have gotten past the Forsworn without you.
Oh, cool. They got some unique dialogue. That was nice to hear.
Pavo and I had to fight our way out of Kolskegger. Forsworn killed everyone else.
And I killed all the Forsworn.
Thank Malakath, we got out of Kolskegger alive. Don't know what I would have done without Pavo. Man's braver than he admits. What now? Yes. This better be good. Yes.
Alright. Pavo, wake up.
Kolskegger mine is lost, friend. Forsworn killed everyone.
Is this your mine?
Skaggy is in charge, not me.
Alright, well, Kolskega mine is clear of Forsworn now, so you can go back there.
You drove them off? By yourself?
Yep.
Thank you. We'll head back to work right away. Take this. It's the least I can do.
1,500 gold. Now that's a reward. Thank you.
Farewell.
They've just got to sleep.
May your next fight bring you victory, friend. Yes. What now?
Yeah, we're friends now, so I can grab all their stuff if I wanted. They just went to sleep, and now I've just told them, yeah, you can go back to your other mine, guys. And they had to wake up and go all the way over there now. Alright, safe journey, fellas. Glad I could help. Let's go home. Oh, where's our thief friend? Who knows?
You're new around here, so I'll go.
go. $54 gold ores. That's pretty good. Alright, I guess we'll wrap things up there. So we've completed another miscellaneous quest. We cleared a mine of Forsworn. So the people who had literally been deposed from there can now return to their mine and get back to work. Even though I've basically given them no work to do because I've cleared out the mine myself. There's no gold left. But whatever. I'm sure you'll find like little scraps of it here and there that I missed. So yeah, I hope they enjoy that. Was there anything else that happened? Not really. We just killed a bunch of Forsworn and cleared the mine really. But next episode, we're going to be digging a little bit more into Forsworn. Tricked you, we're not doing a miscellaneous quest. We're going to be doing this quest for Forsworn Conspiracy. So yeah, we're digging into the Forsworn a little bit now. It is Markarth area, so the Reach, which the Forsworn, if you don't know their backstory, I'm pretty sure I read it in one of the books, but the Forsworn believe that the Reach is their land, and they don't want the Imperials there, they don't want the Stormcloaks there, so they've been causing a little bit of trouble. So this quest started when we first walked into Markarth, and a Forsworn guy just randomly sliced someone to death in the street, and then some guy called Eltris came up to us, dropped a note on the floor, and asked him to meet him at the Shrine of Talos, which may be somewhat related to this conspiracy, given the name of the quest. I would guess probably so. So we're going to meet him at the Shrine of Talos and see what he has to say in the next episode. But that's going to be it from me, guys. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you very soon. Take care, and goodbye.